I welcome you all to the sessions of Data Analytics with R. This is an introductory class where I will clarify your concepts regarding the fundamental terminologies. I am Kitishwari Mishra, your instructor for the sessions. So, let's begin our journey to the world of data analytics with R. First of all, I would like to discuss the topics to cover. In this session, we'll cover introductory sessions for data analytics, technologies revolving around, role and importance of R, a comparative study of R and Python, basic roadmap to data analytics with R. In introduction to data analytics, we will discuss what is data, what is analytics, why data analytics is used, and how to get into it. So first of all, let's know what is data. Data are raw facts or figures that are included as a part of a collection with an aim to draw inference about certain entity. What does this mean? Raw facts or figures that are included as a part of a collection to draw inference about certain entity. Data is associated with certain aim. Here you can see I have bold out some of the key points which you can mark very clearly. You just give focus on that. Okay. So to understand it better, I will give some examples. You see, suppose I will write somewhere 12, then alphanumeric values such as 10 2AC 0025, then another set of values that is Upasana and New Delhi. So what do you think? Is this data? 12 is a number, 10 2AC 0025 is a alphanumeric value. Upasana and New Delhi, they are just strings. They can be data, but now they are not. How they will become data? When they will be associated with certain aim and included as a part of a collection to draw inference about certain entity. When they will get their meaning, they will become information. So meaningful data, we tell it as information. Always remember, you remove aim from all these raw facts and figures, they will not be considered as data. Whenever these raw facts or figures included in a part of a collection with an aim to draw inference about certain entity, then only they will become the data. Okay. So when we'll collect data, we get a lot of meaningful outcomes. These outcomes will first be termed as information, because when data becomes meaningful, they will be termed as information. Then when we will dig deep into it, we will get some insights. And finally, with the insights, we will draw inferences about certain entity or entities. For example, here I have demonstrated a very simple, very common set of data regarding the student enquiry. So when a student enquiry details will come to you, you will get to know all these insights out of the data. What are the insights? The insights are which subject is preferred. Suppose I will have a student enquiry form where the student has to put the name, his email ID, phone number, then the subject he or she prefers, then the qualification of the student, and the mode of online he or she chooses, like this. So from all these details, when you will get all the data, let it be 10, 20, 10,000, 20,000, or 50,000, and so on, you will get to know so many insights out of it. What are they? From all of it, you can get to know that among all the students, which subject is popular: R, Python, Java, .NET, and so on. You will also get to know how many students are interested for this course, for this data analytics with R. What are the backgrounds of the students, those who are mostly into it? Which mode of study is preferable by all the students, whether it is online or offline? How many students got enrolled last year or in last 5 years? What is the trend of it? Whether the students number of students are increasing or decreasing? Which subject is getting more and more popularity? What is the trend? What is the pattern? So all these key insights you will get out of this simple student inquiry details. Okay. So you can get better things and better inferences out of it. First, you will get the data, then we'll get the meaning of the data and you'll get it information. Then, when you will dig in deep into it, you will get the insights. And when you see the insights, see the trend, see the pattern, see the summary of it, you can draw inferences like what is this data telling? What does the data say about the present, the past, and the future? Okay. So now we will go to data analytics. We'll get to know what is data analytics. Data analytics is the systematic computational analysis of data, and it is a scientific process that transforms the data into insights that is used for fact based or data driven decision making. What does this mean? Okay, let us ask some question to ourselves. We can see we have a lot of data revolving around us. Everywhere there is data. When we deal with our mobile systems, you will get the data. You are generating some data like your personal phone numbers, your personal bank account number, your personal email IDs, whether it is in Gmail, whether it is in Yahoo, whether it is in other email sites. You are generating all these details about your personal information. So, not only this, not only the common beings, individual human beings, you can also see that data is generated in different sectors. Like I can tell you the health sectors, the agricultural sectors, the banks, the railway system, everywhere there is the generation of data. Now, out of this, let us ask some question to ourselves. How we get to know that a particular movie is a hit or flop in first 3 days or in a week? So how the movies are getting their ratings very quickly? Earlier, when you are watching a movie, you are going to the theater and you can see that after some days only, when the collections are coming to the producers of the movie houses, then they are declaring it that movie is having this amount of collection and it is a hit. That means it has crossed the budget, it has crossed the expenses of the movie, so it is a hit. And if it is not crossing the expenses that is been done for the movie, it is declared as flop. And this process earlier, 10 years back, it is taking a lot of time. But nowadays, we are getting a very quick response for the movie getting hit or flop. How this movie is rated so quickly. How do bullet trains get their platforms ready for their arrival? How do flights are managed to maintain their routes? How the routing of flights are done? how you're getting the share market updates. That means how do share market get the update about every commodities every second? How do government NDRF teams people get ready long before the arrival of the new cyclone, hurricane, or typhoons? And you will see that many more cases are there where you will be amazed to see that very quickly in a faster way data is been digged, data is been analyzed so that lot of inferences are received very quickly. It's not only received but also it is received very quickly in a faster way. How it is done? The answers to all these things is data analytics. And this data analytics is nothing but the systematic computational analysis of the data. Before I go to the process of data analytics and its types and all other details, I would like to ask and let you understand why we're discussing about all these things. Why data analytics is done. Data nowadays are being treated as precious metals like gold or diamond. Life has become faster. People are enchanted by the quick, instant, faster way of getting served by the service providers. In earlier days, you can see I have shown you a comparison of earlier days happenings and nowadays. You can see when you need a particular thing, you need some wages, you need to go to a particular shop, choose your item, make payment, and get it yourself by your own container and come home. This was happening in earlier days most of the times. But nowadays, what is happening? A person just needs to open the shopping app in his or her mobile, choose a select the desired item, make online payment, and the item gets delivered at his or her doorsteps very quickly. The things are done very quickly. You can see so many apps are working on it. I have listed out some of the apps. You can see that Amazon, Zomato, Flipkart, Myntra, It's Your, Google Pay, Blinkit, IRCTC, and you can see so many apps back to back are being developing nowadays to help you get your things very quickly at your doorsteps. How this is done? So have you asked these questions earlier? And when you will be amazed to look into that when you have searched for a particular item in any of these apps, even if you close the app and go to somewhere else, surf internet in some other websites, you will see the suggestions related to this. Suppose you have selected a particular item, particular good in some apps such as in Amazon or Flipkart, then when you go to other websites, you will see that just beside your main window, you will get some suggestions regarding that particular item. If you have sought regarding a t-shirt, then you will see so many such kind of t-shirts advertisement are going on in the side screen. How they are how they know that you have searched for a t-shirt, or you have searched for a sari, or you have searched for some gold items, or you have searched for some books? How they know? How this other website they know that this things fascinates you, these things interests you? So out of your interest they are getting the data and making it useful for your own good and for theirs as well. So how this is done? Data analytics has given the power to such markets, business houses, product based companies to grow in their areas. Now we will discuss that what is this data analytics, so that the markets, the business houses, the production companies, they got the power. Let us know the steps involved in data analytics. I have given you some of the structure where you can see that many a times when you deal with a particular application, you are generating the data, and this data is been added to something called as big data, the pool of data, that is big data. And this use of these apps, use of this data generation and the need for data analytics growing exponentially. You can see this chart. The use of data analysis is going exponentially. You can also see all these sectors where a lot of data are being generated. Okay. Now we'll discuss regarding the processes involved. In data analytics, we do these four main types of processes. What are they? First, you get the data and prepare it. First, you have to gather the data and prepare it. Then you have to do the exploratory data analysis. Then you have to manage the data and extend the scope of analysis. So these are the four main processes involved in data analytics. I have clearly written the key points of these four main steps. Let us understand how this is done. So whenever you go for data analytics, you have to first collect the data, and before collect and generate the data, you have to write down all those parameters under which you have to collect the data. So you have to list out all the parameters for data collection. Then you generate the data, you collect the data, and you store the data. After you have stored the data, you have to do the arrangements. That means you will get the raw data and it will not be structured as per your ways, so that you can smoothly do the analysis. You have to make some arrangements. You have to clean the data. You have to deal with certain unwanted data. So you have to do some kind of data arrangements and prepare it for further analytic process. You have to do the data filtering, because out of the raw data, all data will not be used in one particular case. They may be used in some other cases, but as per your aim, you can filter out those data which are required by your current analysis. So you have to do data filtering next. So up to this point, what you have done, you have first listed out the parameters of data collection. Then you have generated the data out of all the sources that you have searched, and you have gathered all those things. Then all the raw data you have to store in a particular manner in the data storehouses. After storing the data, you have to do some kind of analysis to prepare it for further analysis. Then you have to filter out all the data which is required by further analysis. You may not require all the data for the current analysis. It may be used later on by other type of analysis, but for current analysis, you have to filter out the required data, the desired data. Then you have to perform some data analysis mechanism on the very data. Here you will need the technologies, otherwise you will not be able to get the key insights. Those technologies are, some of it I have listed out, like Microsoft Excel, Tableau, R, Python, and all these things. I will discuss all these technologies which are revolving around this data analytics in the next sessions. But you just remember that here the technologies are being used. Next, you visualize the data in some charts, graphs, maps, in order to understand the patterns in the existing data, and then you move to make some decisions and get the key insights from it, which will help you to make the decisions for your company and also predict your future. You can forecast the future. So this is the entire process of data analytics. I hope all of you have understand this process. So now I would like to discuss regarding the processes in a little detail. Like in case of collection of data and preparation of data and arrangement of data, you will get to know the that what you need to do, like you have to import the data from different sources, then you have to clean the data. That means you have to deal with the missing values, you have to deal with the unwanted data, and you have to deal with the outliers, duplicates, and all these things. Then you have to dig into the data to get the key insights like the central tendencies, the dispersions, the skewness, the variability, the distribution, the correlation, everything. So all these statistical measures you will get to know in this EDA step. Then after that, you just get a prior visualization of the existing data by the data visualization methodologies called charts, graphs, and maps. There you'll get the trend and patterns to see the key insights in a visual manner. Then you can prepare the reports as per the management need and then make decisions out of it. This analysis can further be enhanced by using the statistical machine learning models to predict the future, to forecast the future happenings, and prescribe the necessary measures to enhance businesses, product delivery, etc. So these two slides back to back, I have shown you to let you understand what are the necessary processes that you are going to do for analytics of your data. In the next sessions, I will discuss the types of data analytics so that you will get to know in how many ways the data is being analyzed. That means in how many ways these key insights are evolved and searched for, and in how many ways the product houses, the business houses are into the decision making area so quickly. So thank you all. Have a nice day and great learning.